Alright. Okay, kids. Part 2. Um, again, coughing's still a thing. As I turn to wheezing, I'm gonna have a real problem. Um, ugh. Like I said, guys, emotional stress too. And when people, act like douchebags, that doesn't help either. And act like, just uncaring assholes, that really doesn't help either. But they act like care about everyone else, even people they shouldn't care about. Very logical, That's what, me and my, said from talking today, it's, life's too short to be happy, unhappy. And life's too long to be unhappy. If the thing is, and I think more what he was referring to is just people, and he wasn't referring to me completely. He was referring to people in general. And I've mentioned this in past videos. When people lie to themselves, or when people sit there and literally swim, okay, like that, do the friggin' breaststroke real quick. They swim in their own denial. It's not good. Bottom line, not good. Swim, in their own denial, swim in lies. When you make it a habit to build, I almost want to say House of Lies. I swear it's a movie. But more like House of Cards is a better metaphor. If you spend time trying to build a House of Cards, you know what eventually happens? It most likely falls down. If someone doesn't knock it down for the hell of it, because it's funny. But really, and that's a dick move, but still. Let's face it. It will fall down. And when people, that's a lot of people. That's, even, it's not as if I don't know people like that. Who doesn't? Or people who just care about people they shouldn't give one fuck about. Even a person who's the biggest asshole in the world. In other words, if someone saw someone else's true colors, what they would think, I wonder. That's what I'm trying to say. People do, that's what I mean. They spend all this time building up a lie into, this giant pyramid, or, like I said, house cards, and eventually reaches up to about here, and then what happens? Bam, falls. What goes up must come down, including someone's fucking ego. That's the truth. And that's my friend's words, not mine. But he's right. And it's painful to see. Ooh, excuse me. Ugh. A lot of vegetable dinner, guys. And it's even more painful to be part of, honestly. Because, if you're that desperate that you want to lie to yourself and other people, go right fucking ahead. But if, don't be dickish. That's what that gets me. It always will. Because, truth be told, I'll tell everyone the true little story here while I'm looking at my phone. Very professional, I know. Girlfriend I currently have knew me 5 years ago. And I may or may not have mentioned some past videos. Before I get into this NU mono I want to talk about, I helped her sister with a guy who was really just pissing her off and just irritating. Because the guy didn't really, because it was the first girlfriend, all this crap. Needless to say, I wasn't too fond of that. Needless to say, I told him, get a step and leave the girl. Just leave her alone. Because she didn't want, I knew it too. I'm just like, there's no way. I could just tell being around her and the way she was talking to me, I'm like, yeah, no. And I think her sister remembered that. Wow, Matt, speak. Till this day. Remembered it to this day. Blech. English helps. Yeah, she remembered it to this day. There we freaking go. If I can get my word right. She did. And that meant a lot. God knows that's part of the reason she claims she loves me as much as she does, but I suspect that's part of it. And if it's not, then I'm an idiot. But I really do believe that. Thank God she's not here right now listening to this. But, I'd make a video if she was here anyway. Well, I didn't make this yesterday. Oh man, I'll be. I won't even say it. I just won't even say it. Cause there's a song I'll be adding to my favorite soon that is very significant from yesterday, and I will. Everyone can see that. It'll probably be one of the latest songs I add to my favorites, which I will very soon because I've been a lazy fuck today. Because today was not much day. I didn't really hardly do anything. I had breakfast at like 1 o'clock. So that tells you about how eventful my day was. So I slept like 12 hours last night. Because I was fucking tired. I slept from like 12 to almost 12. But yeah. It's shit like that. Like, you know, people like this girl. Because you got girls like that. There are a lot of girls like this. I knew one when I was in high school. I even wanted to date her at one point. There are girls who think they can save presumed bad boys. There are even some guys like that I think about girls. That's my response. You fucking can't. And if you think you can, you're a little warped yourself. Probably. Not warped. That's a little demeaning. You're a little bit... You're not... And it really is demeaning. I apologize for that. Anyone got offended by that. You're a little bit insecure in yourself, most likely. That's more the word. That's probably more the better way. And plus, that is probably the truth. I mean, if someone tries to, you're a little bit insecure, and you probably need to look at yourself in the mirror before you try and save, quote unquote, the other person. Yeah, just saying. Because I've known people like that before, and I still know them. Like I said, this girl was one of them. And she just decided, oh yeah, because I knew this guy when I was younger, mind you, and he turned into a complete jackass. He had... He eventually grew his hair, like all of it. His hair was crazy. Like, it was literally just nuts. I'm just like, I really didn't know what to make of him. And then another one whose name I won't say because his dad actually is a lawyer, and I don't really feel like saying his name because he just, yeah, not to oversee this, but still. Plus, I mean, I still have more respect to a degree for this guy than I did the other one because I went to high school with this other guy. Actually, I went to high school with the other one too until, no way. No, he transferred senior year. I take that. He transferred to high school senior. For whatever reason, he transferred to my high school for our senior year. I don't quite get that, but sure. Where floats your boat? Where floats your nice boat? Again, anyone who understands that reference, I grant you this because you're professional. But yeah. So, and this girl just thought that, but she eventually wisened up. I don't think she talks to the guy anymore. It doesn't. And I'm sure there are some guys trying to do that with other guys, like, you know, if they're dating, or maybe some girls do it with other girls. You can't. It doesn't work. You probably won't secure in your own skin, like I said, if you're trying to do that. But it's true. And again, ignore what I said before about warp. That was wrong. That was just very asinine to say. I'm a little tired, guys. I feel like I'm a little bit under the weather here, so. But I'll truck through this for you fine people. Because God only knows I don't have much else to do. Nor my sarcasm. When I'm sick, I tend to get very sarcastic. And very annoying. Very almost catty and snappy. And people don't know what catty is, it means bratty. Yes, that was my bicep. Anyone who heard that crack. The joints of my arms are weird. Plus, they're very long, so that makes them weird. Let's see. So, that's the thing. And like I said, it's just, you know, don't be dicks to other people just because you're going through shit. I fucking hate that. It's just like, and I think that's what my friend's trying. He meant that about everyone. Like, and he was just, because, I mean, he knows, like, certain stuff that's gone on with me and, you know, other things that have, like, happened with people around me. And he's like, and I think he understands because he went through a lot of shit. I mean, when you're over in the military, you're not exactly, you don't, you know, some of the things you just see are not the greatest things on earth at all. Period. And we've seen even worse, him and I together, and our buddy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm lucky I can do that voice. I'm fucking sick. I don't even know how. But yeah. So, I mean, I think he was referring to, not necessarily my girlfriend, because, man, yesterday was great. And now I feel like this. It's so beautiful. So fuck everything. Top of everything else that's going wrong in my life. Or on top of, you know, just people just being, people need to learn what their priorities really are, and they need to also, there's something else. They need to learn who they care about and who they don't. Like, it's a little ridiculous, like, honestly. Like, you know, don't have to act like uncaring dicks to the people. That, like I said, pisses me the fuck off. But, yeah, it really does. So, like I said, guys, you know, try as, you know, as much of a, well, I don't even know what kind of message this would be, the, what's that thing called? Public service announcement. You know, care for your fellow man. I know it sounds really corny and really, almost uberly sentimental, but it's true. Not enough people do. We're self-centered, a lot of us, self-minded dicks. We are. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Be kind of ignorant and bigoted and closed-minded. I'm not saying everyone's those last three. Bigoted, ignorant, closed-minded. Not every, there's still a nice portion though who are. The other three is very true of a lot of people. A lot of people get like all the time. They get very self-absorbed, very selfish, very self-centered, and that's not good. A lot of people get like that. The last three, a little more, I won't say obscure, but definitely not as common as the first. Anyway, off of my little sort of you know, be good to your fellow man rant and all that shit. So we're gonna get into this. The final, I was talking, like I said, last part about the sort of versatility of certain mons and certain tiers, and I basically, it's the last one is in the never used tier, and it's a mon I've learned to adore. I'm not doing Ubers, only because I haven't played enough of it lately, and because I have no fucking clue what the most commonly used things are. I know Yveltal is very used, because after Blame Truth's video, I'm sure everyone started like, oh, the Thoughtless Yveltal is so good, and it really is good, so if you don't use it, you probably should try it. Xerneas is very used. Giratina, I think, what is it? Origin's very commonly used too, but I can see why. Very, very offensive defogger. I like that concept. Very cool. Has some bulk to it. Very good. Not as bulky as Altered, obviously. Altered is asinine. I've seen a lot of Ho-Oh. I've seen a lot of still Groudon and Kyogre. Big fucking surprise. They're one of the kings of the tier. Mega Mewtwo Y, but I don't know enough about any of these necessarily right now to say, you know, with certainty, one of these has such an X and Y versatility, no pun intended. But, you know, one of these has, you know, can do this, 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 the other thing. No, I don't have, no. So, the NU-Mon that's at the top of my list, well, actually there are two, but the one at the tippity top, I'll say the second one, I'm not going to get into the second one because it'll take too long. The second one I would say is Samurott. Samurott, to me, I've experienced him as a very incredible and somewhat underrated mon in the tier. Very, very underrated in my mind. But my first pick would have to be Mespirit. Now, Mespirit, this is what I talked about last part. Richard, the Canadian Wi-Fi, has talked about this thing in his parts that he does for NU sessions. Mespirit's a freak. It's disgusting. It's so good. It's so versatile. It's ridiculous. Here are just some of its viable special options. I may or may not leave these in the description. Psychic, Psyshock, Ice Beam and Thunderbolt. So Bolt Beam right there. You have Ice Beam and T-Bolt on the same mon. Dazzling Gleam, Energy Ball, Hidden Power, so you can run any Hidden Power type you want. Shadow Ball, Signal Beam, Grass Knot. There's something else too. I totally forgot it. That's going to tick me off. But that's it. Right there, I listed 10 viable special moves. You need 4 moves to a set, guys. You don't need 10. I'm sure there are a few more I missed. Someone could probably fill me in. Wow. And then physically, you got Zen Headbutt, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Knockoff, U-Turn. I know there's more than that. Should have looked this up. But nevertheless, like I said, Zen Headbutt, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Knockoff, U-Turn. Wow. I have so many Mespirits. How did I forget this? Really? Like, I really forgot this. Oh well. Those are the best, like, physical moves I can remember for it. And those are 6, like, all the punches. Knockoff's just very good in general. U-Turn for momentum and sort of pivoting. Zen Headbutt for nice, healthy stab. A little bit inaccurate. 90 is not the greatest. Because we know 90X moves, they tend to miss. Just tend to. At the most critical ones against a Goodra with knockoff. It's times, because that's happened to me. I'm saying it. And that kind of voice. Like, I'm like, like I have a dentist drill just come out of my mouth. Um, so, oh, of course. Oh no, I said Thunderbolt. Never mind. I said that for its special moves. It also gets Acrobatics for physical moves. I forgot about that. Acrobatics a little more gimmicky. I personally wouldn't recommend it. But hey, you want something to really, hit grass types hard if you, have some kind of, like, I don't know, other gem before you use it, like a Psychic Gems and Headbutt, and then you Acrobatics a grass type, you're going to really severely hurt it. Even like Tiny, you'll probably hurt a lot. So it's not a bad idea. Then for utility, it gets Stealth Rock, Dual Screens, Healing Wish, Thunder Wave, and Calm Mind to boost its own stats. It gets... Basically, its move pool is an ocean, basically speaking. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's just... It can literally do... It is the embodiment, in NU anyway, of Jack of all trades, master of none. It's just incredible. You can run bulky Stealth Rock. You can run Specs. You can run Scarf. You can run Banded. You can run Mixed Scarf. You can run Pure Physical, Pure Special. You can run Weather Support with Rain Dance or Sunny Day. I forgot about those. How, I don't know. Considering every mon basically gets them. At least one of the two. So it can run that. It can run Healing Wish support with like 3 attacks and a choice item. It can run Healing Wish bulky with like Stealth Rock and like U-turn and maybe like Zen Headbutt. It's incredible. The thing has no dearth of options. You will find a set that fits your team, most likely, if you want to run a Mespirit. It is incredible. And I believe it learns a move of close to every type, barring water. It doesn't learn a good special fire move, which is unfortunate, other than Hidden Power Fire, which is terrible anyway. 60 fucking power. It's just, there's certain moves types, it lacks poison moves for fairies, but Ice Beam and Thunderbolt hit Togetic relatively hard, so. You're not going to be able to hit Slurple up hard if it's the wall variant, so you may also want to switch out of that and not get Toxic, because Mespirit, unlike UC, does not get Heal Bell. UC is the complete utility-based one, for those who don't know. It's the complete wall, the whatever. Mespirit actually can attack, as well as provide utility. Mespirit is easily probably one of my favorite mons in NU tier at the moment. It's so good, and it's not underrated unlike a lot of the ones that are good. It's not. People know it's very worthy. Like I said, I had a guy pop into a battle, be like, "Oh, great job using the base spirit." I'm like, "Thank you." I didn't know who the fuck it was, mind you, people, but I was happy to be receiving the compliment because I love Mespirit to death, as I just explained. It's just, like I said, if you have a team need, it generally will be able to fill it, and if it can't, then I just don't know. Then I have no loss of words, which would be unusual for me. Given most people will tell you I probably talk more than any human being right now. Yes. And that's it, by the way. If anyone who's watching this can't make fun of themselves, you may want to get a life. Like, honestly, it's almost fun to make fun of yourself at times. Because, like, if you know your own faults, and that's not your fault, it's probably better to talk and vocalize than to keep everything in. But there are a lot of people who do that, too, which is unfortunate. If you keep stuff inside, I've said this before, like, for anyone, no matter what it is, it will literally eat away at you and just, like, consume you. I know that right now. I'm going through that. It's not fun. But probably potentially when I'm sick, too. Because actually your immune system breaks down. It's not my girlfriend. My girlfriend, and truth be told, I'll tell her the truth right now. She had a cough for about two days, maybe a day. She hardly had anything. I might be exaggerating to say she got me sick. It's more like this got me sick, combined with maybe being around her, maybe. And also the fact that we had someone over the other day, a family member who basically works in a store all day where a lot of people go in and out. And I really fear that she brought germs into this house. And it pisses me off to no end. And if I'm sick because of that, too, partly. There are a myriad of reasons why I'm probably sick. But, like, so the first one probably being what I'm not able to say, which is annoying me. And it's upsetting me. But, yeah. Like I said, it's probably better to be vocal. So, anyone who can't make fun of themselves, though, you're probably not living. I mean, it's not great to make fun of yourself. It's obviously better to compliment yourself and think good of yourself. But at times, we all got to break down, have a little laugh at our own expense. If we don't, we're probably about as dull as Plank is from Ed, Edd and Eddy. I mean, really. It's just... That's the best I can do it. My girlfriend tells me, you look borderline cute doing that. Not quite. I'm like, oh, thank you. Very big help she is. I'm like, I'm not... Honestly. I mean, I'm not a bad-looking guy. Like, give me a break. She's just... God, she's incredible. Anyway, yeah, I'm very modest. For anyone wondering. But yeah, like I said, Mespirit is pretty much the do-all, be-all in my mind of versatility and you. And like I said last part, for RU we had Cobalion. For underused we had what was it? Goodra. Overused, Landorus Eye, and Heatran. I'll leave all these in the description. Because if anyone wants to try these mons out, they're really worth a look if you haven't tried them. Heatran and Mespirit particularly. I really honestly been wanting to make an OU team myself with Heatran again, just because I've been watching a lot of OU battles, and Heatran really strikes my fancy. And Mespirit. I'm talking about the Canadian Wi-Fi a bit. I've wanted to basically try close to every Mespirit. I've tried Bandit is a truck. Bandit's disgusting. It's ridiculous. It can rip half the tier in half. Even Assault Vest. You want to use Assault Vest on it? That can work too. It doesn't get healing, but Jesus. It has a move pool. You can U-turn out. Nice slow momentum because you've done many speedy Vs, if any. It's a very great mod. I want to give Specs a try. I might want to give Offensive Combine a try. It's got no dearth, like I said, of options, guys. So definitely give it a shot. Give it a go. See what you think of it. But yeah, I'm gonna go, guys, because if I talk much more, I don't know. There may or may not be a video up in the next couple days. Not sure right now. I don't know what my girlfriend's got planned for us. I gotta see about that. Considering it seemed like about a month and a half ago we're close to breaking up, so she makes no sense. But hey, that's winning for you. Any women who are watching this, I didn't mean that. I swear. But if there aren't any, well, I sort of did. No, I didn't. No, in all seriousness, I didn't. But there's some. I guess I'm taking it from my ex. Sometimes if we dwell in the past, or if we past relationships get the better of us, like romantically speaking, like it's not gonna do any good, and it can affect your relationship with other people, with friends, and other romantic relationships. Anyway. Yeah, guys, I gotta go. My nose is getting its Rudolph. So it's MD865, and basically that's it. Hope people enjoyed this. It's something I want to do for a little bit. I was thinking about earlier when I was showering, and yeah. So guess that's it. I'm off to probably go blow my nose. I know it's disgusting. I'm sorry, but probably TMI, but deal with it. I'm out, guys. Goodbye. Like I said, base spirit. Mespirit for RU. No, really. I think it's not as much Skater and Girder, but I'll get into that in another video. You're so stupid. Bye, guys.